Hi, my name is Leslie Cherry. I'm Community Engagement Officer. I'm based at the Lindenhall Library and I run the Making the Future project, which is funded by Peace 4. We came about the idea of Postcards from the Edge. We just started lockdown, so it was a very new learning curve for everyone to deliver a community arts project via online. And of course there's lots of jokes now about everybody being an expert on Zoom. The other thing that we liked about postcards was they were a form of communication that a lot of people didn't use anymore. They were very much a holiday thing now, you know, I wish you were here. And of course nobody actually did want to be here at the time, and that was sort of almost like a global thing. Another thing, that the Lindenhall Library had an extensive collection of postcards from right across Ireland, stretching back over 100 years. And the thing about the postcards were they were almost like a form of, you know, what was going on in the world. It wasn't only about when you were on your holidays, there was a historical element to them, there was also a political element, as well as the landscape and how towns and cities had changed. So marrying all those together, we decided to run Postcards from the Edge.
Hi, my name is Margaret Mulgrave. I'm one of the participants from the Postcards from the Edge project with Lindenhall Library and the Nerve Centre. I suppose for my journey, I grew up, I was born in 1968, so I was a child of the Troubles, and looking back on the conflict then and how it impacted on people's lives, it has been quite an emotional journey for me, because I now realise the impact that COVID has had, that people have been asked to stay at home, just similar to it would have been whenever I grew up with the Troubles. I would have been asked to stay at home, to stay safe. And I suppose now, as a parent, reflecting on the past and how it would have been then, in conflict, and looking at how we've came forward, and there's some hope of peace within our country. We've now been faced with the COVID war. My first postcard, Lockdown has taught us to love more, was a reflection, and I had to ask myself who I wanted to send that postcard to, and my mother's no longer here. My mother would have been my protector throughout the heart of the Troubles, and steered me away from all those things that were dangerous and kept me safe. So my postcard to her was just a conversation that I was having, just reflecting on the war we're fighting now with COVID, and the difference that it is making to today's society, and how people have been prisoners in their own home, how technology has brought us forward where we can now communicate with our family that wouldn't have been possible before, and that's where postcards would have come into it. And then moving on, I reflected back on images that I would have seen growing up as a child, and the trauma that I would have experienced would have been images on walls of people in masks, holding guns with gloves and whatever. And I suppose COVID brought that back to me. I now see people walking about the streets with masks and gloves, and that trauma was kind of, I revisited that trauma. And I suppose it's about protecting ourselves and staying safe, but always looking for the light at the end of the tunnel. You know, look at the rainbow, see the beautiful colours, appreciate your family, appreciate your self-worth, do what's important for you, support the people around you, and support your communities. That's what matters the most. And I'd just like to say a massive thank you to all the participants from Postcards from the Edge. It's been an incredible journey for me, an emotional journey, and one which I will cherish the rest of my life. I hope you enjoy the postcards, and I hope they mean as much to you as what they mean to me. Thank you for the opportunity.
I joined up this project mainly because I was interested in the history aspects of it, but I found myself getting totally engaged within the creative process of it. I found the Zoom experience, to my surprise, very, very beneficial too. I felt that you actually engaged with people, and I feel that I got to know everyone involved, and the sharing and fun and laughter was actually very good. This was down in no small part to the team of workers who facilitated it excellently and got the best out of us all. Some of the work that people produced was excellent. But I think I will remember it more for a process that helped us through a particularly difficult time, and helped people engage with each other, and I'd like to thank everybody for that.
Hi, my name's Anna. I recently took part in the Postcards from the Edge programme, which was part of Making the Future. This programme was about creating your own postcards and writing your own stories. I really enjoyed all the different elements. There were talks and also workshops, which included the history of postcards, which is really interesting. Also the history of the murals in Northern Ireland, which I learnt a lot from that. I didn't realise that they went back so far, and the kind of uses and the reasons why they were created in the beginning. I really enjoyed the discussion with the other participants in the group. There were a lot of people from a lot of different backgrounds and who had joined the group for lots of different reasons. It was nice to be able to be in the creative process with them and to see how they got on and what they produced. So I think it was a very kind of helpful, enjoyable thing to be a part of.
But overall, I mean, the project was really amazing. The work and the writing, it's such a wealth of talent out there. And one of the things that I really liked was a lot of people had never thought to use that as a creative, use creativity as an outlet. So you had all these aspects coming together of communication, thinking outside the box, and also letting everybody know that your story